Alright, it's the end of the week, and I thought I would do an educational video just for to finish off the week. And yeah, I'm going to put it out so that it's available over the weekend for study and for learning. And it's basically, as the title says, it's all about when to expect pullbacks. Now, a lot of people don't really get pullbacks. They don't understand when to expect pullbacks. And to me, it's never clear exactly where a pullback is going to end, but I feel that it's quite obvious where a pullback is most likely to start. It's not obviously 100%. Price can keep on going in the direction. Now, but what I mean by a pullback, it could be something that lasts only 5 minutes, something that lasts 15 minutes, 1 hour, whatever. If it's a strong trend, obviously it's going to last less time. But as you can see, even here, for example, in Euro Aussie, it's been going down pretty much this week in a downtrend. But you could see that we actually had a pullback for 3 or 4 hours just today. So what I want to kind of show is the pullbacks, what a lot of people would be getting caught out with. And that is simply when price makes a new low or a new high of the day. Now, I want you to kind of write that down and just look at it for yourself and understand that price, whenever it makes a new low or a new high, it is more often than not going to do some kind of pullback. Whether that pullback is just into if you were going short, and whether it was just going into the last 5 minute kind of break and retest, which is a very sharp pullback, very quick, or 5 minute lower high area, or if it is going to start breaking lower time frame structure, doing a deeper pullback and coming into a 1 hour area, like for example Euro Aussie today came into the highs of the day, 1 hour double top, and then it's pushed down. But as you can see, we have made new lows multiple times today. So Asia session 11 till 12 was the low of the day. We pulled back, made the high of the day. What did we do whenever we took out the lows of there? We pull back for an hour. Look at that. We pull back, then we made a new low. We pull back again in this hour, 8 till 9. You can see the deep pullback in this 1 hour. Now, because I'm a day trader, obviously, I'm not really interested in pairs that are going to be pulling back the whole day, because obviously that would then mean that the lower time frame bias would actually be in the direction of the pullback. Therefore, it would be going against my kind of overall bias for the pair, and therefore I wouldn't really be interested in taking the trade anyway. But as you can see, unless there was a lot of time left, but you can see here, like if you're entering below the lows of a 1 hour candle, which again in a video that I'll be doing, I will be saying like don't enter below the lows or above the highs of 1 hour candles. Try to wait for at least some kind of pullback, because in a 1 hour candle, it's very rare to have an open and the low or the high being the exact same price. There is usually at least some kind of wick. So if you can at least aim to be in that wick rather than just automatically saying, right, bearish candle close, say an example here, which is different because it's at where it could be the high of the day rather than beyond the previous lows. You enter below the lows here, you're just asking for trouble. Even a low, I mean, this pullback, the open is 1.5745, the high is 1 point, so it pulls back 5.5 pips. It pulls back 5.5 pips, but the overall move of from the high to the low is only 10 pips for that 425 candle. So even though it's only pulled back 5 pips, that is half of that 1 hour movement. So it shows that it's worth waiting for that pullback. Don't always be looking to get in below the lows or above the highs of 1 hour candles. Try and create a rule that says, right, okay, well, yes, my bias is short. Yes, I'm seeing sellers coming into the market, but this is the low of the last 1 hour. I want to enter above that and with a stop loss that is well protected, like what I've spoken about in other videos. And as long as lower time frame structure holds, then my trade should be good. And then it's determined on your expectation of the trade. How long do you expect price to go? Is it overextended on the 1 hour? Should you expect a deeper pullback to possibly occur? Is it coming into higher time frame structure? Is it beyond the lows of the last 4 hour? Obviously, switch this for whenever you're looking for buys. But at the end of the day, that is essentially what you want to be doing. You want to be making sure that you're not entering whenever price is making a new low or a new high of the day, because the likelihood is price is going to reverse, and you're better to wait for at least some kind of reversal, whether it's pullback, whether it's some kind of 5 pips or whether it's 15, 20, 25, 50 pips, and you can still get in a trade that makes sense for you. Do it rather than getting in at the lows of the day or at the highs of the day, because it will save you a lot of lost trades. If you look at your losers, you probably find that if you're good at analysis, you probably find that your analysis for the day, your direction, your bias for the daily candle was correct. But if you took a trade and you were getting in at the lows beyond the current lows of the day and it's making new lows, you've probably been stopped out if your stop loss is of a decent size rather than all the way above the high of the day. You're probably been stopped out before the pullbacks finish to then actually continue and your actual targets for your trades have been hit. So it's something that is very key that you should be aware of every single day. Have it on part of your checklist. I do not want to enter below the lows, like at the lows of the day or at the highs of the day. Whenever it's creating a new high or low, I will see that occurring, see that the trend is still good, and then look to see where price could pull back to for me to then enter and look for the continuation if that's what you think it's going to do, if it's got room to move. But stop yourself from entering at highs or lows of the day. So yeah, I hope this video is of use to you, and just the key factor is just make sure that you're not entering above or below the high or low of the day, and making sure that you're not entering above or below the last 1 hour of the close 1 hour of the trade that you're about to take. That's something else as well that can really help you with not getting into a trade too early, waiting for that pullback, understanding where you are in the picture of the day, and then understanding, right, well, there's always going to be another trade.